Hello everyone, my name is Joseph Nussbaum and I have been teamed up with Aaron Rote and Monica Simpson for Project 2. In Project 2 we will be discussing how technology has impacted communication. I will personally be looking at the way email has impacted communication. One of the ways email has impacted communication is by the speed in which a message now travels. Internally, senior management can communicate with all levels of an organization by sending a quick email. Externally, organizations can communicate with a wide variety of audiences quickly and efficiently. As an example, I will use Family Video Media Company. I used to work at Family Video as a customer service representative, and on a daily basis we would do late calls. And basically what a late call was us calling customers that had outstanding movies. The call was meant to remind customers to bring their movie back so they wouldn't have to pay as much of a late fee, and so we could get our product back and put that back on the shelf. At this time, I have been informed that Family Video no longer does late calls, but instead they now send an automated email message to all customers reminding them that their movie is outdated. Not only does this save on labor, but it also saves on employee abuse. When I used to make those late calls, it wasn't a lot of fun dealing with customers on the phone because no one really wanted to receive those phone calls. This example shows only a few ways technology has impacted communication, and with that I will pass the next part of the presentation on to Aaron Rote.
Hi, my name is Aaron Rote, and I'm going to be discussing mobile technology and the impact it has had on communication. When you think about two-way communication via mobile technology, you really have to go back to the late 1930s, which is where it began. Now back then, of course, they used radios on AM frequency and didn't have the luxury of a smartphone and a wireless network as we have today. In fact, my first use of a cell phone was with business, and it was the late 1990s. The company that I worked for, I held a sales position with that company, and I was on the road frequently throughout the week. And the company didn't provide a cell phone, however that technology was available at the time. Of course it was very expensive. I believe my first plan was something around $100 for 50 minutes of communication. It's come a long way since then, that's for sure. From my original cell phone that I had, I moved on eventually to a BlackBerry. Now the BlackBerry was a pretty incredible device because it allowed not only voice communication but also email communication. By taking that mobile, it gave you a lot of latitude in terms of where you could be to respond to issues. You were no longer tied to a desk, tied to an office, to be able to communicate with others. With the introduction of the iPhone in 2007 and subsequent Android systems that have made smartphones pretty much available for everyone, mobile communication has taken on a whole new level. Not only can you communicate via voice and via text or written communication, but with a smartphone and the networks that support them, you can now have video conferencing. So imagine you are in a remote part of Africa. You can now, via satellite technology and your mobile device, carry on a video conference with people halfway around the world. Mobile technology makes communication possible at levels that we just hadn't really considered 20 to 30 years ago. Not only is it something that is happening each day, but generations now are growing up understanding how to communicate via mobile technology. I have two children. They're 12 and they're 13 years old. They will not know what it was like to live without a cell phone. They won't know what it was like to communicate before there was texting. Those things, even at their age now, are something that is almost second nature to them. It's incredible to see the way the world is shrinking with the improvements in mobile technology. Thanks.
Thank you, Aaron. As he mentioned, my name is Monica Simpson, and I'm going to speak to the effect of how technological changes have affected organizational communication, specifically with the use of video and video conferencing. I think the first example that can be given as a prime example of how this technology has really increased our abilities is the simple use of this video and creating this video to be able to share information with others. Because of the technology that has come about with most laptops, computers, phones, tablets, and any other technological devices having the ability to not only record information but share that information via the internet, we're able to create a much more solid product between individuals who are miles away from each other but can still work together and collaboratively create information. Furthermore, past that, when you look at an organizational structure, by using video conferencing, we're able to reduce the amount of time that weakens productivity with driving time to go to and from meetings. I know in my line of work there are numerous meetings that I have to attend that require driving time. And because of that, there's a loss of productivity during that time of driving, and whether that's a 30-minute drive one way ending up being an hour drive total, or if it's a 3-hour drive one way ending up in a 6-hour loss of productivity, that is an amount of time that we are not able to accomplish anything else. Now with the use of video conferencing and video messaging, I'm able to attend a lot of meetings and gain a lot of information just through the use of video. So this increase in technological advancements has not only helped ease the burden and workload of individuals who may have previously had to travel extensive amount of hours, but has increased the productivity for the organization as a whole, making it a more profitable venture to allow employees to attend all of the meetings that they're needed to be at. So in conclusion, I just want to make mention to the fact that we've now covered how technology changes the organizational communication environment through the use of email, through the use of mobile devices and mobile technologies, and through the use of video conferencing. So thank you to both of my colleagues, Joseph Nussbaum and Aaron Rote, and we hope that you have enjoyed this presentation. Thank you.